We're halfway through summer 2022, but I gotta tell ya, Hollywood doesn't have a lot of gas left in the tank. Stupid pandemic! There's little to look forward to after Thor, Love and Thunder. What a gimme for that movie's box office. We've just got Nope, DC Super Pets, Bullet Train, and maybe Beast left to go. I think Beast will definitely be big on streaming, but it could be a surprise box office hit if it hits the box office just right, has really good reviews. I mean, Idris Elba and Charlotte Copley. That's pretty enticing. But as summer 22 winds down rather quickly, let's take a look. That's what we are always doing now with the pandemic. What's coming up next? What can we look forward to in the near future? Well, I'm talking summer 2023, and thank goodness it's stacked. Woo! And as we get further and further away from the worst of the pandemic, hopefully this means no more big delays with movies, and all these films will actually come out. I think only a few of them I have a question mark next to. All right, so let's start with May 2023, where once again, Marvel kicks off the summer movie season. Sometimes they'll kick it off at the end of April if they really want to get aggressive, but it's always Marvel. And next year, in 2023, just like they kicked off with Doctor Strange 2 this summer, they've got James Gunn's final Guardians of the Galaxy movie. He has said he's moving over to DC HBO Max after this and the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special on Disney+. But Gunn promises big things on the way out. And after debuting in the Maverick first weekend of August weekend, that frame, the franchise Guardians of the Galaxy has already done a pretty good job kicking off summer with Volume 2. Some of you didn't like Volume 2 as much, but it made like $100 million or so more dollars at the box office, so hopefully that upward trend continues. But after his tweet scandal and the less than stellar reception for the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, although those things do have their fans, and I'm sure they're furiously typing down below right now. But does Gunn still got it? Does he still have 4-quadrant appeal? We shall find out. You know, the summer opening spot, that's pretty sweet. But Hollywood, the rest of Hollywood, isn't exactly giving him room to breathe. Oh, they're coming in hot, with Universal debuting Fast 10 just 2 weeks later. Now, if you think you're over the Fast and Furious franchise, well, Vin Diesel has lots of new faces to re-spark your interest. We're talking Jason Momoa, Brie Larson, and Alan Ritchson. I'm so happy for Alan Ritchson joining the cast. So what if longtime director Justin Lin quit during filming because he just couldn't take working with Vin Diesel anymore? And if Dwayne Johnson also hates Vin Diesel so much, he refuses to return, even still? Many people think that family's all about fighting, so I guess the franchise is still on brand. And the last one made a heck of a lot of money anyway. They're fun. Then, friendly fire from Disney itself as the month closes out with their live action, The Little Mermaid. This could be big. Could be big! The Memorial Day weekend spot has sometimes worked out really well for Disney, and then sometimes it has not worked out at all. Lin-Manuel Miranda, can he deliver another Moana or Encanto for the mouse? He's got a pretty darn good batting average for them. We're just going to forget about Mary Poppins. He didn't write that music, although his one musical number was very Lin-Manuel Miranda, and that did not fit in a Mary Poppins movie. But anyway, also, can Halle Bailey win over audiences as the new Ariel? I'm rooting for her. Then just 1 week later, June kicks off with another superhero movie, this time the hotly anticipated Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse Part 1. 2 parts, how exciting. Miles Morales has become a fan favorite, as he should, but will he and the new Ariel divide the support of the black audience being just 1 week apart? That seems silly to me. That you would have these two things potentially eat into one another because we want them both to succeed. And the reason I'm a little nervous about the Spider-Verse movie is that the first one actually tanked at the box office. It did not do well, which is a real shame. But after winning the Oscar for Best Animated Feature, that's right, not that year, Disney, and then doing very well on Netflix for quite some time where it had a very long life, it won over a lot of fans. Now everybody's Team Spider-Verse. You're late to the party, but you can make it up by actually seeing this new one in theaters instead of once again waiting for streaming. I really hope that movie does well. The weekend after that, speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda, his Hamilton and In the Heights star Anthony Ramos returns, this time as the new star of the Transformers franchise. Paramount's trying again. Creed 2 director Stephen Caple Jr. levels up in a big way as Transformers also debuts its most diverse cast to date. Plus Beast Wars! I don't like Transformers, so this means nothing to me, but a lot of people do like Transformers, and I suspect Beast Wars is pretty big for you. And it finally makes its way into the live-action movies. They're just garbledy-gook. The last couple of times I've watched them, I'm like, I don't even know what's happening anymore. I think that was my, I think in Transformers, I almost said Jurassic Park. In Transformers 3, I remember watching it on vacation and I was like, forget what's happening. I don't even know what I'm looking at. But we'll see. Anyway, I think there's too many whirly gadgets in each Transformer. I'm like, there's eyes in there somewhere. They're like, those are the ones that are lit up. All right, so anyway, that same weekend, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they're also behind the SpiderVerse movies. They're prolific, particularly as producers. Well, they're producing again. And they swing over to Universal for a live-action CGI hybrid comedy, Strays, about abandoned dogs who swear revenge on the owner who abandoned them. Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, and Will Forte voice the dogs. This sounds a little bit like DC Super Pets. But anyway, they voice the dogs while Isla Fisher and Randall Park star. I can't imagine either Fisher or Park abandoning dogs, although they are actors. But let's see who the evil owner is. Then, speaking of let's see if The Flash actually hits theaters and not HBO Max, or never comes out at all. But right now, it's still set to open mid-June. Boy, Warner Brothers Discovery is playing a very embarrassing and deadly and horrific game of chicken. They shouldn't even be playing this game of chicken, but they are. This movie was supposed to save the DCEU, but it looks like it might be the final nail in the coffin. I think it's already dead in many ways. But anyway, we're just watching. It's like, stop kicking it. It's already dead. Let's just move on, please, and pretend this never happened. This movie was supposed to introduce Sasha Calle's Supergirl and bring back Michael Keaton's Batman. DC has big plans for both, with particularly Keaton already set for Batgirl. They're already testing that movie. He's Batmaning around already. And he was supposed to be in a post-credit scene for Aquaman 2. Let's see if they just say F it and put him in there anyway or cut it. At this point, it's so stupid and everyone knows Michael Keaton's joining. Just put it in the movie. I mean, come on. I think Aquaman 2 could use all the help it can get against Black Panther 2 with Namor. Anyway, here's a giant knot for David Zaslav to untie as Discovery takes over. He's like, I don't want to. And the very next week, the much-delayed Indiana Jones 5 should finally hit theaters. I'm looking forward to this against all reason. The role Harrison Ford is not willing to give up as he puts the fedora back on at 80. This will be the first Indiana Jones movie to have Disney behind it, though, and nobody franchises like the mouse. They already have a lot of Indiana Jones merch that they've introduced, which I think is cool, although I am torn, as I'm not sure you should purchase the Holy Grail as a souvenir. But I was tempted, damn it. All right, so anyway, like Elsa. Her name was, is that like Elsa from Frozen? All right, so anyway, they look similar, actually. Anyway, the ever-solid James Mangold is directing, so that makes me feel a little bit better. And there's the rumored time travel storyline, at least unless it's like a medieval knights, but for ancient Rome. I mean, coming right after the Flash multiverse storyline, that seems a little bit messy. And also, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, while I love her, she was an absolute disaster in the other Lucasfilm project Solo. So bad. Here's hoping this is at least a solid movie and not another cheap nostalgia play or another Crystal Skull. My eyes, it was so horrible. Okay, here comes July. That's right, we're just getting to July. I told you this was great. And July is ultra competitive. First, Sony will try again with Madam Web. They're like, we're gonna make this work. Spider-Man movies without Spider-Man. But this time they have an army of Wandas. I think that's the approach they're going for. Is this Madam Web though, or The Craft meets Mean Girls? Although The Craft meets Mean Girls is a pretty good elevator pitch. Although, isn't The Craft kind of Mean Girls already? All right, so anyway, 1 week after that, Tom Cruise is back, baby. Will his new Top Gun Maverick fans return for the 7th Mission Impossible film, Dead Reckoning, also a part 1? You know, Mission Impossible movies have done quite well. It's not like they're not doing well, but they never hit $1 billion. So Tom Cruise is now a $1 billion club guy. He's expanded his fan base. Well, these people come see Dead Reckoning, right? The teaser trailer was stunning, although no Henry Cavill. Who kills him off? He was so great in the last one. Then we've got the ultimate fight. Christopher Nolan versus Warner Brothers. I'm very excited about this. It's so dramatic. Nolan dramatically left Warner Brothers over their direct to HBO Max play in 2020, even though they bent over backwards to accommodate him personally, saying a lot of bitchy things on the way out. Whew, he really was bitchy. And is now at Universal with Oppenheimer as he tries again for an Oscar. And Universal, they have pretty good Oscar Rolodex across their specialty houses. This is a star-studded movie, but a bit of a bummer, as it's about the development of the atom bomb. That's right, nuclear warfare. Nothing says summer like nukes, but they are insisting that that's where Nolan thrives. But if you just want to have fun, then head over to Warner Brothers for Barbie. It's like the anti-Christopher Nolan movie. It's so funny that that's what they put opposite him. I think like Oppenheimer's almost like in black and white. It's so funny. And then Barbie's like, pink! Oh, I love it. The movie that is making the internet's head spin with first looks, both official and leaked. Although some of you think those leaks are intentional. And maybe because they're extremely effective. Barbie is a classic brand, but this film is rumored to be very progressive with multiple Barbies and Kens. No matter what happens, though, you gotta give it to Greta Gerwig, Noah Baumbach, and Warner Brothers for taking such a strong, bold swing. Oh, I can't wait! And then, speaking of fights, July closes out with The Marvels, the second MCU movie of the summer. Brie Larson returns, although she's taken a detour to Paris, France for the Disneyland ride there, and also the latest Disney cruise ship. Hey, good for her. Actually, I think that cruise ship show was damn good. I actually liked it very much. And many will wonder if she can deliver another billion-dollar picture, or if the first picture's success was thanks to being in the middle of an Avengers sandwich. Although Ant-Man the Wasp didn't get anything out of that. Who also, by the way, were in that filmed show for the cruise ship. Anyway, she's joined by WandaVision's Teyonah Parris and Ms. Marvel's Iman Vellani, who was also in that show, and it was very cool to see Ms. Marvel there. She did fit with the group. They used her powers a lot there. And Nia DaCosta directs off of Candyman, which had such amazing visuals, but also a very weak story. Uh-oh. A lot of hate channels will be gunning for this movie to fail, so it has to succeed. It has to. As for, and it does, I mean, they really better be aggressive. I hear it, Scott. I can't say, but they're really. I think they're going for it. They're really going for it. They know what they have to do. As for August, the first weekend of August usually serves up something fun and unexpected, and 2023 is no different, with yet a new. You might be like, but it's just another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Grace. How is this not just more of the same? Well, this time, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who produced The Boys and Invincible, are taking on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What a great fit. Also promising, this animated movie is directed by Jeff Rowe, who co-directed the very popular, I didn't care for it, but a lot of you did, Mitchell's versus the Machines. That's good. That's good stuff. Seth Rogen really found good people for that. Fittingly, though, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will be going up against a giant shark as Jason Statham returns with The Meg 2. I saw The Meg. It was okay. It was pretty good. Although I think with streaming so popular, The Meg's going to have to fight a little harder. The week after that, this is good. We've got another take on Dracula with The Last Voyage of the Demeter, or Demeter. Demeter, I think it is. The fateful Russian ship that took Drac's coffin with him in it to London, and it didn't go so well for the crew. And in a bit of brilliant on-mark casting, David Dastmalchian will co-star. Oh my God, he looks like he totally would be on that ship. I'm very excited about that movie. And that will compete with Challengers, though. This is a good bit of counter-programming. I think these movies can definitely coexist, because this is Amy Pascal's for Universal. She just moved over there, although she's still doing the Spider-Man movies for Sony. She ain't never given that up. But anyway, this is her romantic dramedy set in the world of tennis, which stars Zendaya. It's a love triangle. The Crown's Josh O'Connor and West Side Story's Mike Faist. That's a pretty darn good cast. Also, supposedly, Sony will drop a Gran Turismo movie that weekend based on the popular video game directed by Neil Blomkamp. This is just coming together, though. They haven't even cast the movie yet. So let's see if it makes this release date. Looks like Gran Turismo is trying to be the new Fast and Furious. Although, I don't know what Fast and Furious is left for any other franchise. They're so nuts over there already. Could they be the serious racing movie? Who wants that? Although Ford v Ferrari was excellent. Then we've got another comic book movie, Warner Brothers Discovery's Blue Beetle, which was supposed to go to HBO Max, but Warner Brothers felt so good about this movie, they decided to send it to theaters instead. And when we saw the set pics, we understood Warner Brothers' enthusiasm. Although, how could they be excited? Clearly nobody over there reads comics, so they don't know it's good. All right, this Latino hero could be big as the community is seriously underserved by Hollywood, and that's resulted in some very big hits when they do go after that market. Finally, for Labor Day weekend. No one's taken advantage of Labor Day weekend this year. They're doing the re-release of Spider-Man No Way Home, even though Shang-Chi did very well in Labor Day weekend the year before this. But next year, Denzel Washington returns with the Equalizer 3. The first two movies were very solid. They even produced a TV spin-off with Queen Latifah. I didn't watch the TV show, but I did see both movies, and I thought they were good. But to add some buzz for this third outing, this is a great idea. Denzel's Man on Fire co-star, Dakota Fanning, joins him again 10 years later, all grown up. Oh, I love it. That's some marketing genius. So how does summer 2023 look to you? So competitive. Which movies do you think will thrive, and which do you think will have to fight to survive? Share those thoughts down below, subscribe today, and of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.